Hello, Troy Kuhn, and I'd like to show you about a free resource called Nearpod. Now there is a paid version of this, but what I'm going to show you is the free basic service that teachers can use with their students in their classroom. Let's take a look at Nearpod now. So as you see here, teachers create the presentation on their computer, and then they share it to their students. Now the students can either use an app that's on just about any device, whether it be iPad or anything that's Android, or they can use their laptop and go to the website. They get in using a unique PIN number that each presentation creates. They put in their student name, and the teacher can require them to do their ID number as well. The teacher then controls the presentation, or whoever is making this presentation, doesn't have to be the teacher. They control the presentation and what the others see. The others then can have quizzes and have responses, and then the teacher then can see what they've done with that. So as you can see, you can either upload a PDF or a PowerPoint that you've made. You can either just drag and drop it or browse for it or find it in some other option, or you can start from scratch here inside. I'm going to go ahead and find one that I've already created and load that PowerPoint up. So I've created my quiz. Now this is only going to be one question quiz with 3 answers. I could add more. I'm going to go ahead and choose my correct answer here and then make sure that I save it. And you'll see that my quiz has now been added down toward the bottom of my presentation. I can move that wherever I need that, so if I needed it right here before that, it's now there. So after I finish editing this presentation by adding quizzes, polls, whatever I may want to, moving slides around, I can preview it. I can share it via email to students. Once you're completely finished, then you will publish this presentation, so then you can use it with your students. When you're ready to use this presentation with your students, click Engage. So here are a couple of presentations that I've already published, and I'm going to choose this one. And I'm going to create a live session now. When I engage this presentation, you will see this PIN number. There will be a unique PIN number for each presentation. Right now this is showing that I have 1 student logged in. Again, they can do this 2 ways. They can either go through the web and go to nearpod.com, sign in as a student with that PIN number, or if they have a mobile device, they'll need to use the Nearpod app and choose whether they're a teacher or student. Teachers can control the presentation through their laptop or an iPad. When you're in as a student, you'll enter the PIN number, so in this case, so now I have 2 students in. I'm going to start the presentation. On this slide, notice I already have a student that's logged in with their ID number. I also have one that says student 2 without an ID number. This student just logged in. This is what it would look like the first time that they're in. So they'll have to go ahead and put in their student ID and their ID number. If they've already logged in at this point, they just hit submit and they've come back to it. So now I have, you see there, I have Tom and I have Beth and I have their ID numbers, and I can start the presentation. On their screen they're going to see a page that says thank you. From this point on, they see what I see. All they can do is monitor the iPad or laptop wherever they're at. I'm controlling their screen. If I go to a slide that has a question, then they will be able to answer that. Otherwise, they move along as I go through each step. They will not be able to go backwards or forwards. They have to stay with the presentation. So this is one way to make sure that they're where you're at. When you've completed your presentation, you can choose reports and have this report sent to you via email, or click the Assess tab, and then you'll be able to find the presentation you've shown, and you can receive data on that particular presentation. So I've used this one a few times. I can go to this one here where I had 8 students, and I can see the names of my students. On this case I didn't have student IDs. If I had a poll or quiz, I could have seen the results that they would shown up from this result. And that's how easy it is to use Nearpod. I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to know about a few more resources out there, then check out my blog, Troy's Tech Tips. Just do a search for it. It's the only one out there like it. It's one of a kind.